wanted to talk with you a little bit about a few scriptures that help us to better relate to each other as humans. Okay? Okay, let's look at Galatians, the 5th chapter. And we're going to start reading, let's see, at the 16th verse. Live by the Spirit, I say, and do not gratify the desires of the flesh. For what the flesh desires is opposed to the Spirit, and what the Spirit desires is opposed to the flesh. For these are opposed to each other, to prevent you from doing what you want. In other words, if you ask us to do what we want, we might do a whole lot of things that doesn't make sense or that may be hurtful to others. Now, the works of the flesh are obvious: fornication, impurity, lasciviousness, idolatry, sorcery, enmity, strife, jealousy, anger, quarrels, dissensions, factions, envy, drunkenness, carousing, and things like these. I am warning you, as I warned you before. Those who do such things will not inherit the kingdom of God. Now that's very interesting because okay, let's review. The fruits of the flesh, and some scriptures actually say the fruits of the unholy spirit. They are, if you go to Galatians, and this is the 5th chapter, let's see, that's about the 19th verse is where we'll start. And it says, now the works of the flesh are obvious. We have fornication, impurity, lasciviousness, idolatry, sorcery, impurity, enmity, jealousy, anger, quarrels, dissensions, factions, envy, drunkenness, carousing, and things like these. I am warning you, as I have warned you before. Those who do these things will not inherit the kingdom of God. Now, when we look at these, things like faction means division. Do you feel like someone is purposely dividing people, dividing denominations of Christianity, dividing friends, dividing people of different races, dividing people of different colors, dividing people of different interests? Division. That's a faction. And then if we look at things like jealousy. Jealousy is, what is that? It's rage. It's showing deep emotions, morally corrupt action. Okay. 1 Corinthians, I would like to just bring this to your attention. 1 Corinthians, the 4th chapter, and the 20th verse says that for the kingdom of God depends not on talk, but on power. So, if we're operating in the unholy spirit, it appears to me that perhaps we do not have the power. We do not have the power to behave ourselves, control our emotions, the power to help others, the power to have calm emotions, the power to bless others. Think about it. If you're out of control, then what spirit is actually in control? And so we do have to think about those things. Is focus on what we call the fruits of the Holy Spirit. So we're back in Galatians. It's the 5th chapter, and actually it is the 22nd verse, and it says this, it's simple. By contrast, the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, generosity, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Then First Corinthians 4:20 says that the kingdom is with power. So if you're not seeing changes in your life when you pray, okay, there should be some changes. And if you're not experiencing those changes, then the chances are you may need to check on some things and figure out what is the best thing to help you actually experience more of the fruits of the Spirit. And so some of the things that I'd like to just bring before you is just some spiritual practices, because spiritual practices actually does not include just going and sitting in a church building. Spiritual practices includes many things, and so we're going to go through some of those, okay?